All right. Here's this wonderful girl. And I say she's wonderful because she actually admitted that she was a psycho. Because I actually emailed her and asked her, why do you only respond to male female shit? And she sort of, in her own little cute way, admitted that she was a psycho. So I can't hate her. But, anyways, this is her email. Hey, Bill. I love the clueless email questions from your male listeners. That's always a great way, by the way, to get the other people to listen to what you have to say. Right out of the gate, just start insulting them and talking down to them. He said the guy was asking, why is it never enough to please a woman? Since he admit he, and then she's referring to his email. She says, since he admits he isn't home a lot, I'm guessing his wife slash girlfriend is doing all the dirty work for him. His laundry, cleaning, cooking, picking up after him, etc. All right, let's stop right there. She's doing all the dirty work. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you rather sit home doing laundry? First of all, laundry is the most overrated fucking chore ever. If you have laundry in your fucking apartment, what that takes all of a minute to load the fucking thing in. And if you're not colorblind, it probably takes 45 seconds to load it in. And then you go back to watching The Price is Right. Cleaning, cooking, picking up after him. I would rather do that than do what this other guy's doing. This other guy is working like 60 hours a fucking week. Okay, let's move it. She's already made this assumption. Okay. Then she wants him to spend some time with him, and he comes up with something that he wanted to do. Just like when you took your girlfriend on that drive, all we heard about was the love story between you and the car. You were more excited about the car than anything. It was like you were on a date with the car and your girlfriend just came along for the ride. Listen back to even the tone in your voice when you were talking about it. It's like you were talking about another woman. All right, you know something? I could sit around for 20 years trying to come up with the perfect paragraph to talk how insanely jealous and psychotic women are. They're jealous about an inanimate object. She's talking about a car. It's almost like you were talking about another woman. Lady, you are out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. And you're totally ignoring the fact that I took her out to dinner. I took her out to lunch. I took her up for a ride up the Pacific Coast Highway. People fly out here as a vacation to do that. A lot of couples do that. And I'll tell you right now, they don't do it in a Corvette convertible. They do it in like a fucking, whatever, a Buick Century. Really? I mean, it literally is never enough. You're actually proving this guy's point. So she says, my husband does the same damn thing. I'm like, what can we do for fun today / tonight? And the only thing he can come up with are things that interest him. Well, what can you come up with? Can you come up with anything that doesn't interest yourself, you selfish cunt? You're doing the exact same fucking thing. And it's unbelievably selfish for you to sit here and have like a day that's for both of you, and it has to be 100% about you. Because what? You did some laundry? You lazy fuck? You know what women are? They're like adult children. That's what they are. They never get beyond. They're like juveniles. They're adults, but they still want to be treated like they're not of age. It's just fucking boggles my goddamn mind. She goes, I'd rather not do anything at all. I think it's selfish and obnoxious that everything we do has to have his interests before mine. So everything that they do should have your interests before his? These fucking broads. They're out. See, this is my thing. This is why you should never get married. You should never be in a fucking relationship. You shouldn't, because they just constantly fucking hack away at your goddamn knees, and their idea of a relationship is that you do everything that they want to do. And right now, they're sitting there shaking their heads. They're going, no, no. Even the girl who wrote that's probably saying no. And there's a bunch of other women going like, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I went to a ping pong convention. They always come up with some stupid ass fucking example. And at the end of the fucking day, you have to do everything that they do. You have to do what the fuck they want to do, or else they get mad. Okay? And that, my friend, is when jerking off comes into play. Because when you really break it down, what's the worst thing that they're going to do to you? They're not going to fuck you for a few days. Okay? And I got to be honest with you. Once you rub one out, who gives a fuck? And you have to have that clarity when your nuts are full. Do you know what I mean? Am I sounding like a fucking maniac here? I know I am. But You got to hear what this other woman wrote. And of course, I don't have it in front of me because I'm an idiot. Where the fuck is it? All right. I am writing to comment on the why it is never enough discussion on your last episode. I'll start by saying that the guy that wrote in, and to a slightly lesser extent you, come off as total douches. Let me explain my view of the writer's situation. Oh, I guess the guy sent the email. And yes, I am one of those manipulative, selfish creatures known as women. Yeah, you are. What, you called yourself out on it? Now I'm supposed to, or was I supposed to like read that and be like, wow, I really am too harsh on women? See, you're like trying to manipulate me with your fucking bullshit already. Okay, here we go. I don't remember the names, so I'll call him Bob and his wife Sally. Bob neglects Sally. A huge fuck up on Bob's part. Now let's get back to the detail here. He's neglecting her. What is he? Is he out at the bar chasing other women? This guy is out working his fucking ass off. This is the thing that women don't understand. What they don't understand is, this is, maybe I'm being a moron again, or a douche, as this lady says. I think a lot of women don't understand what it takes to be successful. What it takes is sacrifice. And in your 20s, you have to work your fucking ass off. That's what I did for 5 years. My first 5 years in this fucking business, I had no girlfriend. I had no social life. I had nothing. All I was doing shows and fucking rubbing one out. That's what the fuck I did every goddamn day. I went to work. I was writing jokes at work. And at night, I got in a piece of shit car. And I would sometimes drive to another fucking state. And you know why I had no girlfriend during that time? Because none of them could understand what I had to do to get where I am today. All of them were giving me shit. You're doing stand-up again tonight? Do you realize how many Richard Pryors are fucking working at a Home Depot or Jimi Hendrix because they hooked up with the wrong fucking twat who talked them out of their goddamn dream because they didn't want to hear it? Because they said you needed some sort of responsibility. This fucking guy is doing the right thing, and she's calling him selfish. He's at work, busting his ass, trying to get ahead. So when he's 40, he's not a fucking loser. And he has, and they all want the fucking house. They all want it fucking yesterday, but they don't want to get through the bullshit of it. They don't want to go through the bullshit of it where you actually have to not see him for a little while because he's out working. So anyways, huge fuck up on his part to be busting his goddamn ass. So he says, Bob decides to make it up to her by taking her to see your live show. She says, which is awesome. And a dinner, which is pretty standard. This is how out of control women are. She's getting a free fucking meal. And they're so spoiled as a sex that she describes a free fucking meal as standard. Do you know what I have to do as a man to get a free meal? I have to win like a radio contest. You know, I got to call up this radio station and imitate the local sports guy. And I have to beat out all these other fucking guys who are... I haven't had a free meal since I was 8 years old and my parents took me to McDonald's or whatever, maybe 13, 14. Women are so fucking spoiled that this guy is busting his ass at work. That's viewed as selfish. He's buying this girl a free dinner and it's viewed as standard. They're out of their fucking mind. So anyway, she goes, Sally basically tells her friends, who may or may not know, that Bob has been fucking up. Once again, Bob is fucking up because he's busting his ass at work. So when they're 40, they're going to be on easy street. He's fucking up right now. These same bitches who make you fucking, not chase your dream, leave you when you're 38 because you're a fucking loser. Right? All right. I love generalizing. It really gets these twats, cunt hairs in a fucking... I can't even finish that sentence. That was so evil. All right, let's plow ahead. Who may or may not know that Bob has been fucking up, that this night out is not what she had in mind, but she is taking what she can get, playing the victim. Oh, the poor baby. She's taking what she got, a free meal. She's just taking what she can get. And she's getting a show. To come out to my show, one of the best fucking comedians in the country. You like that? I'm talking shit. It's football Sunday. And plus I'm reading the Ric Flair. The best comic on the biggest hill. Bob gets upset and determines that no one has ever or will ever be able to please any female. Code for why should he even make an effort to make his wife happy in their marriage. That's not code for that. That's how you read into it. You've never met Bob. You've made all kinds of assumptions here. Poor, poor Bob. Bob's douchery becomes crystal clear when he says something to the effect of, "This whole night out was supposed to be about her." This is classic male privilege wankery. But I realize this is hard for you and Bob to see, so I'm here to help. I'll try to make it simple. When you piss off your wife, bringing her along to a show you already wanted to go to and that she is only mildly interested in, then being a little scrotum about it when is underwhelmed by the fact that you are actually making an effort to go out with her, which is what you should have been doing as a matter of course, is not the way to go. Oh my God. I mean, the arrogance in this. I love people who are arrogant and they're calling you out for being arrogant. Bringing her to a show. Do you understand? Like, I'm going to stop being a jerk here because maybe I can actually convince a couple women. Do you understand what it takes? This actually, I've been generalizing. There are women out there who understand what it takes to become successful. And I guarantee you most of them are not in relationships. And they have a difficult time being in relationships. Because the guy they're with wants to go home and play fucking footsie or wants her around. And doesn't understand that these are the years where she has to bust her ass to get where the fuck she's going to be. So, lady, both of you guys are 100% wrong. I could see if this guy was out drinking with his buddies, if this guy was out fucking around on her, or if he was just sitting there staring at the TV watching football and not paying attention to her when he brings her out, yeah, then I could see that he should have some sort of mini all-about-you wedding day for her, okay? But if this guy is busting his ass at fucking work, okay, he's not going out having a good time either. So he should be allowed to have some sort of enjoyment. You understand? He should be able to enjoy some of the day, some of the night also. And this is another thing that you haven't even brought up. How much of the rent do you think he's fucking paying? I'd be willing to bet that he's paying more than she is. A lot of guys are in that situation too, when you get this, the adult child version of a fucking woman. I'm telling you, you women, I'm telling you, the two who wrote in, you're way out of line on this one. I'm not even trying to be funny right now. You're 100% in the fucking wrong here. You're being selfish, beyond fucking selfish. This guy is at work. He's busting his ass trying to get ahead. Do you think this guy wants to fucking work 60 hours a week? Nobody dreams about doing that. Why do you think he's doing that? He's trying to become successful. So the next time like I said, if this guy had been fucking around or if this guy had been sitting there watching, sports and not paying attention to you and hadn't given you a compliment since you could fucking remember, yeah, then I could understand. You know what I mean? Taking you to the whatever the fuck you wanted to go to. But for you to sit there and this guy spends his hard-earned fucking money, takes you out to dinner, okay? Which you got to understand is not standard. Okay? And how fucking spoiled are you that you think that is standard? I got the fucking hiccups here. I'm so goddamn upset. You guys are 100% wrong. And if any of you broads out there want to try to come out and support these two girls, I mean, go for it because I don't see how they're wrong. This guy did nothing wrong. He took her out to go see a show. It's just, what it is? Stand-up comedy is not respected. It isn't. If he took you out to see a Broadway show or a fucking musical or I guess that's the same thing. I don't know what. I guess if he took you out for dinner and a movie. I love how like guys always have to show some sort of imagination. It's standard. It was just imagination. We like surprises. And it's like, when was the last time your girl actually showed any fucking imagination? She showed any